Did you guys celebrate Halloween in the UK?
No.
Right?
Which is why it was like so alien to me when
trick or treating and stuff like
yeah,
that.
well, we were like there are some people who celebrate Halloween in the UK, but it's certainly not as massive as it is in America. Because I remember when I started dating Sydney, and she was like asking me, "Oh, what are we doing for Halloween? What are we doing for Halloween?" And I was like, "I don't know, I've never celebrated Halloween before."
Watch a horror movie.
Like watch a horror movie. And I was like, "Oh, we're going trick or treating. We're dressing up." And I was like, dressing up for Halloween in the UK is going to like Primark and buying like 5 white T-shirts, chopping them up, and calling yourself like a zombie or a ghost or something like that.
The costume game is weak.
That's the extent of dressing up in Halloween. If you spent more than one day prepping your costume, you put in fucking effort.
Yeah.
But in America, some of these costumes blow like anime cosplayers out the fucking window.
Yeah, right.
Like it's fucking insane.
No, for me, what blows my mind more than the costumes is how dedicated some Americans are to like decorating their house.
Oh, people do that in the UK sometimes.
With like the lights and like everything, and like, because Aki did it this year as well. She was like, she spent like 3 days around the house putting like little pumpkin things around and like putting up like a broom to look like it was part of a wish. I'm like, this is going to be gone in 2 days. Like, why are you putting this much effort into it? I get we're having like a house party, but like, Jesus Christ, man. I thought the cosplay was more than enough. She's been playing fucking spooky, scary skeletons on the TV for like 3 days straight. And I'm like, I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. I don't need all of this like pumpkin shit around the house.
Did you celebrate it in Australia?
So it depends. So some families do, but I feel that like every now and then, like I did trick-or-treating once in Australia when I was a kid. But it was, I mean, compared to like America, it was pretty pathetic.
That's the one thing. Growing up as a kid that I was like, why can't I do this? Like that's when I felt like we live in a society again. I'm bringing it back. I felt like I'd been robbed.
It's a week old now. Get over it.
I feel like we'd been robbed a little bit growing up because every single year, you know, I throw on the Cartoon Network. I watch Ed, Edd and Eddy. They have a Halloween special. I watch Courage the... Oh, no, it's always Halloween. I watch... Simpsons Halloween special. Always trick-or-treating. And I'm like, I remember asking my mum, can we go trick-or-treating? She's like, oh, you can try... But like, no one's gonna give you anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no one's gonna have anything. And I was like, oh, so how are you gonna get around? You're gonna walk? The houses are kind of far away from each other, you know. And I'm like, don't we live in like a cul-de-sac or something? Isn't that how it works? Because you don't live in. There's no cul-de-sacs in the UK, so it's dangerous.
What's cul-de-sacs?
Like little areas,
like a dead end,
like a dead end, and like big urban, residential areas. We have that. It's kind of like.
In Brighton, we had trick or treaters. I remember we went trick or treating.
Oh, really? You did?
Yeah. I remember we went trick or treating like once or twice, and kind of, I found
I've never been.
You never been?
Never been.
I don't know. I thought it was always overrated, which is why, like, as a kid, I'm just like, I have to talk to strangers.
I didn't even do it to collect candy. I just threw eggs at people's houses.
What? Fair enough. No, Joey's a mysterious kid.
I didn't even like my friend who was older than me.
That's a real bra moment, right? My friend talking about trick or treating. Joey's like,
I just want to rob someone's house, bro. I was just gonna rob him.
Joey's like, I just egged people.
My friend who was older than me at the time, like 2 or 3 years older than me, was like, dude, we're not doing it for the candy. We're doing it to fucking wreak havoc in the neighborhood. And he just handed me like a packet of eggs, and I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? And he's like, throw them.
Joey was the danger
Throw them
child.
at the house. I didn't even like try and get candy from the house.
Joey just admitting to destroying public property.
The statute of limitations this guy's past gone. He can't be arrested for this anymore. He's free to talk about his crime.
It was great. Like, I guess though, like my friend didn't tell me about like why we would throw the eggs. It's like because that was the whole trick part, right? So you go up to a house.
There was no choice in this. There's no trick or treat.
No, so you would go up to a house.
This is like Milgram's experiment in action.
So you go up.
My mate told me. He told me.
So you go up to a house, right? You do the whole trick or treat thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, they'd be nice enough to give you some candy. Then you were like, all right, cool, let's go to the next house.
And if they didn't, oh my fucking God.
There were some people in this, no, you have to understand, there were some people, because trick-or-treating was just not a thing in Australia, some people just wouldn't have it like at all. Like they were like, I don't want these fucking kids coming up to my doorstep
about to teach him a lesson.
asking for candy, right? So some people were really fucking rude about it, right? Like they'd just open the door the moment they would see some kids dressing up. They just fucking slammed the door.
Fuck,
Right?
bro.
And that was the time when the eggs came loose. So what you would do?
A cannonade of eggs.
So what you would do is you'd fucking, if they fucking rudely shut the door on you, you'd run back onto the street and just chuck a couple of eggs at the door, right?
How many eggs did you bring with you?
So my friend had like 3 dozens eggs, right? So like it was enough for like maybe like, a street or two. But the problem, right, was when my friend told me about this revelation.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me when to throw the eggs exactly. So what I ended up doing was I would just stand in the middle of the street and just fire eggs at every house I saw.
Did anyone chase
without
you?
even going up to the door.
You're an idiot.
I didn't have any candy with me. I was like, oh, shit, I can throw these?
How old are you?
It's like maybe 12.
Oh my god.
So I just like let loose about like a dozen eggs before my friend was like, what are you doing? You have to like you have to try for the candy
Joe
first.
literally just fucking drive by the fucking neighborhood.
Did nobody come out and like fucking slap you?
I mean, I just run away before that happened.
Bro, if you
Sounds like a Monty Python skill or something. You're like, bro, you want to go trick or treating? Sure. And you're like the one weird kid.
Here's some eggs.
Your mum asks you to go trick or treating with the neighbor's kid. The neighbor's kid. Yeah, it's like, yo,
I got some eggs.
I think half of the illusion that was so enticing about watching it on TV about Trick or Treat is that like American candy just looked cool.
That's
like,
true.
yeah.
British candy and British sweets just looked like boring.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I never like enjoyed it, because it was just like, well, what am I getting? Just like the most basic British sweets.
No,
Anyway.
we had some awesome
They'd
candy
be
in
like,
Australia.
we have like a dairy milk, and then America would be like, we have the toxic apple bottom or something, and I'm like, whoa, what's that? That's awesome.
Yeah, but then you'd hear about the elusive what is it, the what's the fucking cone shaped like corn flavored fucking things? Candy corns.
Candy corns.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that?
You've definitely seen it because you see it in cartoons all the time. It's the one candy that all the kids are like, ew, candy corn. It's like a white and orange cone shaped thing. And apparently it tastes like garbage. I've never tried
had
it.
one. I've never
Americans can probably vouch that.
Yeah.
Never had
Every
one.
American
Never
I've
heard of
talked
that.
to about candy corns, I don't think I've met a single person that said that they liked it.
Huh.
No, I can't believe you just fucking egged your entire neighborhood, Joey.
I
'Cause-
mean, there's a
bro,
reason
you were-
why. There's a reason why I only did it once.
Joe was a little rascal. That's
He
for
did
sure.
it once. Joey's one trick or treating
Bro,
experience.
he sent them a message, bro. He doesn't need to come back. He made it.
I don't need the
clear.
fucking candy. I
because-
just want to wreak havoc.
No, because it's people like you. Why my city during Halloween when I was growing up, we went through like an egging epidemic, right? Like literally, like we like in our local supermarkets and Tesco's and everything, we literally had to stop selling eggs during Halloween, right?
Oh, yeah, they did
because
that.
Really?
too many fucking kids would start egging our
Yeah,
houses.
they did that in Swansea as well.
they
Yeah,
actually?
I went because but it was from the university students, not the kids.
No, you needed to like during Halloween, you needed to buy ID for like 3 things: cigarettes, alcohol, and eggs.
Hide your eggs. Here they come.
You didn't ever like TP a house, Joey? That's like the
Oh, with the toilet rolls?
that semes like the more annoying ass one.
Yeah, I saw people on my street doing that.
No.
But I was like, you guys do the TP, I'll cover it with eggs.
Oh, okay.
I'll make the toilet
like- it's
paper
like-
extra sticky.
It's like a tar and feather. Like
Yeah.
you put the sticky substance on, then put something to apply it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're just revealing that Joey's like a domestic
Bro,
terrorist
Joey-
right now.
Bro,
What is
Joey's
going
a
on here?
criminal, man. Joey's a hard-earned
I only
criminal.
did it once. I was socially pressured.
Bro, when Joey goes back to Australia, they're gonna arrest him at the border. We finally got him.
I heard on Try to say this, you egged some houses.
The decades-long case can be put to rest.